All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have some interesting rumors today that we're going to go over. As you know, with rumors, there's a chance that this is absolute bullshit. So I'm just going to read it verbatim from the website, and then we're going to talk about not only the different directions that this can go in, but we're also going to talk about how this may play into Kang being the overall threat going forward in the MCU. So right off their website, right from the top, we have also learned the identity of the individual Steven is having this moral debate about killing in order to preserve the fabric of the multiverse. And that person is none other than fellow Avenger Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch. According to our sources, the prophecy stated by Agatha Harkness will play out during the events of the Doctor Strange sequel, set 2 years after the events of WandaVision. Wanda's actions will force Stephen and the Sorcerers of Carmitage, among others, to intervene in an attempt to subdue Wanda. Still, as the film progresses, the threat of the Scarlet Witch will be far too much for any one person to handle. Stephen will be forced to choose between attempting to save Wanda's life or ultimately ending it, with the multiverse paying the consequences for his decision. Okay, that is a lot to unpack. So, why is Wanda the major threat of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? It's because of the Darkhold. So, the Darkhold is this grimoire made of dark matter that used to reside in the Hell Dimension. It has infinite knowledge inside. But the Darkhold is kind of like a jinn or Jafar, an evil genie. Essentially, the Darkhold will give you what you want, but you will perverse whatever it is that it gives you. So if you wanted to create something that gave the world free reusable energy, the Darkhold would give you that information. It would give you the schematics for the technology to make that free reusable energy. But the power source of that free reusable energy would probably be human beings. Like, you'd have to jack them into a machine, the equivalent of the Matrix, in order to create this infinite power source for the rest of the world to be able to use. Wanda has the Darkhold. We see her reading the Darkhold at the end of WandaVision. And one of the things no one ever talks about is just how powerful Wanda is in that scene. Anytime we see Stephen Strange astral projecting, his body is asleep. Wanda is fully awake. Her physical body is walking around that cabin making herself tea, while her astral form is in another room deciphering the entirety of the Darkhold. That already puts her on a completely different level compared to the sorcerers that you will find inside of Carmitage. But here is the thing. Why would Strange have to kill Wanda? I feel as though Wanda is going to be doing something insane with the multiverses. Maybe she's going to attempt to cobble together multiple multiverses, kind of the equivalent of a battle world or a secret invasion world, something along those lines. Or this is all something that she's attempting to do to bring her children back and make it so that they actually have physical bodies where they don't disappear when she essentially closes a multiversal bubble. Now, this is going to wreak havoc across the multiverse in general, across the multiple different worlds that we know now exist because of the end of Loki. Here's the thing. It all ties into Loki, and I think it all also ties into Kang. Why does it tie into Kang? So there's a video that came out a while back that showed that Wanda getting her powers as the Scarlet Witch was the exact moment that Kang could no longer tell the future in Loki. It would be extremely interesting if Wanda Maximoff's existence as a Nexus being is what essentially prevents Kang from being able to control basically all of the timelines and whittle them all down into the sacred timeline. I have a feeling that because Strange is probably going to pull that trigger, and he's probably going to kill Wanda, that this all plays into Kang's plan. And upon Wanda's death, the multiverse just explodes with all of these different Kangs, starting the multiversal war all over again. It's going to be interesting if it plays into that, because I really feel as though Marvel is going to go that route, which they might pull that trigger and they might kill off Wanda. I mean, they've killed off Wanda multiple times in the comics, but I have a feeling that they might pull that trigger this time around and kill her in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And because of her death, this releases all of those other Kangs to just run amok across the timeline, because there's no longer a Nexus being Scarlet Witch in basically the Sacred Timeline. Like I said, this could completely be wrong. You have to take rumors with a grain of salt. A lot of the times, these rumors really don't pan out. They really don't mean shit. But I would love to see this be the case. But then again, I could be completely wrong. And at the end of everything, it might not even be Kang. This could all just be a ploy by Mephisto to basically call. I feel as though when you're talking about MCU theories, you just gotta throw Mephisto in there. Because we've been sitting around waiting for Mephisto to show up forever. That it's just like, hey, eventually, right? Eventually we're gonna be right. And eventually Mephisto's gonna show up. He's gonna be like, it was Mephisto all along, who's been messing with everything. It's Mephisto all along. That would be absolutely fucking dope, and I would absolutely love it. But yeah, that is the current rumor that's circling the internet right now, which is in Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange is going to kill Wanda Maximoff, and under his own belief that it will save the multiverse and end up dooming the multiverse to our main big bad that we know is going to be the end game, Kang. But if you like the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.